Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I have a new reading up for you today. It is a pick a card for love in regards to twin flames. So before I get started with each stack, I just want to go over the basics of how this works. This is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everybody watching. Although I hope you find the messages that you need here, there could be a chance that you won't find what you need. So in that case, if this reading doesn't apply, I would suggest maybe checking out my other readings to see if there's another one that would connect better for you. And there's a possibility I might not be the reader for you. So if that's the case, you could always check out other readers on YouTube. I'm sure there's so many out there that you would be able to find the messages that you need. So if you feel led to, pick more than one stack. Pick one stack, two stacks. If you want to watch the whole way through, you're always okay to do that. Not a problem there. I would just suggest taking some time to meditate on the thumbnail. If you need to do that now, maybe go back to the beginning of the video where I have a 5-second picture clip of the thumbnail. You can pause it at that time and just maybe take some time to look at it and feel it through to see which one you want to pick. Okay, now these readings are also timeless. It's whenever the universe nudges you to watch, that is when the appropriate time is. And roles can also be reversed, okay? So in that scenario, you might find some tidbits that resonate more for you than other things that might resonate more for the person you're inquiring about. But either way, roles can be reversed in some instances. So just keep that in mind when you're watching. All right, so we have the Sun for your first stack. All right, we have the Heart for the second stack, and we have the Witch, ironically, on the Everyday Witch Tarot, which is hysterical because I actually shuffle, this is the Witchwood Oracle, I actually shuffle for each stack that you see in front of you, okay? So these aren't anything that I just picked at random. No, I actually shuffled and pulled for each stack. So it's kind of cool that that showed up for it. Anyway, I'm going to move 2, the Heart, and 3, the Witch, out of the way. All right, we're going to get to this later. I'm just going to make some room over here. All right, stack number 1, people, you chose the Sun. And I want to give a quick shout out to Mary C, who donated this lovely Witches Tarot deck. It's very beautiful, so this will be the first time I'm using it on the channel. Thank you very much, Mary. So I have to explain how this spread works before I get started, okay? We're going to look at one card for your heart, one card for their heart, so basically your feelings for each other and the situation. There'll be a card in the middle for what you share between you. There'll be a card underneath that in regards to any blockages or challenges we need to, take a look at. And then we're going to look at a card that will be going, as far as the energy going out, like where it's going as of now, as of where things stand. And then we're going to look at the deck underneath, okay? So the card underneath the deck is going to act as what's under the surface or what's unknown to you at this time. So let's go ahead and get to shuffling. So I want one card for your heart. All right, we're going to take a look at that first. One card for your heart, stack number 1 viewers, in regards to this twin flame situation, your person. All right, what do we have? The King of Swords. So that is Aquarian energy. Your twin could be Aquarius, Gemini, a Libra. Okay. Could have that in their chart. That could also be you. Maybe you could have your guard up. But let's see what's going on in their heart, okay? What's going on in your twin flame's heart? Whoa, this whole thing fell out. Don't want that. We just want one card, not 10. So, one card for their heart. 7 of Pentacles, okay. We want one card for any blockages or challenges that are between you. Blockages and challenges between you and your twin flame. Stack number 1 viewers. Let's see, one card for blockages and challenges. All right, the Five of Wands. We want one card for what you share between you at the moment. All right, the Nine of Swords. And one card for the energy going out or where it's headed right now as things stand. The Six of Cups. And underneath, we have the Eight of Swords. And I apologize for any high gloss, that we see here in the deck, because it is a very shiny card stock, okay? So I'm just going to put that there for now. Now, let's start with the King of Swords energy. Let's start with your heart, your feelings, right? What's going on with you in regards to this dynamic. This might be your person, like I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That could be on your heart or in your heart space. But at the same time, I'm looking at this like, okay, he has this sword of truth in his hand. And there's perception about him, okay, because he has this hawk. And it's almost like you are this perceptive energy. Like you're seeing things now a lot clearer than you were, maybe just a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. It's almost like your sight, all right, on the spiritual plane, because when I ever think of like a hawk, an eagle, an osprey, or something like that, they see things from a perspective that not everybody can, okay? So they're gaining a higher perspective on the whole situation. And I'm feeling like, well, my candle just went out. I am feeling like this is you, okay, with your keen sense of sight in some way. You're seeing them, you're seeing the whole picture differently, okay? I don't know if something's changed recently for you to make you gain this clarity or this insight or this keen sense of understanding, okay? But I do feel like something I'm hearing a light bulb, okay? And bear with me as I switch this out for you. I'm hearing like a light bulb has gone off in some way, and now has helped you see something that you weren't maybe seeing before in the dynamic, okay? But I feel also at the same time that your energy in regards to them, okay, your energy in regards to them is, I'm feeling like a little on guard, okay? I don't know if it's defensive. I don't know if you're feeling, it feels like a little bit of a defensive energy, all right, especially with this King of Swords. He does have the sword up. So I'm feeling like the sword is up. Your perception is also up, okay? Your insight is peaked as well. And your intellect as well is like, sharp, all right? So I'm wondering if there's some kind of truth you're aware of now, okay, that maybe you didn't see before in regards to them, all right? And now it's like that awareness is coming forward. And I feel like there's a little bit of a standoffish energy because of what you're aware of now, okay? Whatever truth that is to you, whatever maybe you've learned recently, all right, that is what I'm getting. Maybe you could be behaving more rationally than allowing your heart to take over right now, okay, in regards to them. Maybe that's a defense mechanism. So I just have to throw that out there in case, because I do feel a little bit of that coming from him, all right, from this King of Swords. Again, if it's not your overall energy in regards to the whole situation and how you're feeling in your heart, it could be this is your person, and your person is still on your heart, okay, and you hold space for them in that sense. So we also have the Seven of Pentacles in their heart space, okay? So that's basically the feelings, what they're experiencing and feeling in the heart in regards to the relationship situation. And this Seven of Pentacles is like, okay, I'm trying to understand this. I feel like this card is almost saying there's a need to try to evaluate what is going on here. Okay, so your person is looking at things, I feel, from a different perspective. I know it's not a hangman, but it kind of gives that energy, because it's like, okay, I put all this energy and effort into something. Why isn't it why is there no progress? Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Why is there no progress? Why does this thing not grow? What am I doing wrong? How can I make this work? All right, that is that kind of energy with the bush that he's caring for. Okay, he's the gardener. He's caring for this thing, but it's not really growing. All right, that could be your energy too, in a sense. You know, if you've nurtured something and yet there's nothing coming of it, that could easily be you as well, stack number 1 people. But there's this feeling like this is not going anywhere. I'm putting all this effort in some way, okay? And if it's not them putting in effort, all right, I would prefer to see like a 8 of Pentacles for that. But if it's not them putting effort in, then it's really them looking at the whole situation and trying to make sense of it, okay? I'm feeling a little bit of a stumped feeling from this 7 of Pentacles. Like they are confused. They don't have a solution. They see this thing, but it's not taking off. It doesn't have, it's almost like I'm hearing, I don't have a leg to stand on right now. Like that's their energy. Like they don't have a leg to stand on in the relationship for whatever reason. They feel like that. Like this is like they're afraid to put energy into it and then have it result to nothing. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Because this card sometimes speaks of on the brink of giving up. Like I'm about to throw in the towel. I can't do anything else here at this moment because it's not taking off. It's not progressing. I've looked at it every way that I can to see if there's a solution on how I can fix it, right? But they're not finding one. So I'm getting the vibe that they want to fix this. They want to tend this garden, okay? But they feel like they're failing at it in some way. That they don't have an answer to help the situation. So it's like, why even try? All right, there's a feeling of I'm giving up on this. I don't know what else to do. So in their heart, they're looking at, I feel like this bush is like your twin flame situation. Okay, they're looking at this bush like, I don't know what else I can do. Okay, that's the vibe I'm getting from their heart. They're looking at it like, I don't know what else I can do here. I've tried all I could. At this point, I'm lost. I don't know if I can, make this work at this point. Is there anything left to be saved or salvaged is what I'm hearing from this 7 of Pentacles also. So with the blockages, all right, we have the 5 of Wands, conflicts, disagreements, disputes, not being able to see eye to eye, power struggles even, okay, with the 5 of Wands. So if there's any of that, that could explain the dynamic or what's blocking the situation between you and your twin, okay, that's creating some challenges if you can't see eye to eye, if you can't come to an agreement in some way. Okay, look at all these dragons. Dragons are power symbols, okay, and here they are battling it out with each other, right, in midair. So I feel like there's power struggles here between you. I'm getting the sense that there's conflict of, okay, I'm hearing conflict of head, heart, desire. Okay, conflicting emotions between the two of you, in a sense. I feel like this is you and them. Because we have the 9 of Swords in the middle as far as what you share between you. And the 9 of Swords is here. So you guys are both going through this. Like sleepless nights, thinking about each other, wondering about how the other one is doing. Worrying about each other. Maybe, okay, I'm hearing maybe your dreams are full of the other person. Maybe the other person's visiting you. Maybe you're visiting them in dream state. Okay, because a lot of times when I'll give you an example. When people have a hard time telling you things in, the 3D, all right? Your spirits connect on a higher level in the dream state, Okay, I'll give an example. You could have your mom, you know, let's say your mom crossed over. Okay, like mine, she crossed over. She visits me in sleep every once in a while. Okay, you know, it's that kind of thing. I'm not saying anybody crossed over, but their higher self will reach out to you when the ego's dropped. Okay, and the ego, you know, drops when you're sleeping. You know what I mean? Your soul disconnects just a little bit from the body in a sense. It's almost like astral projection, so that way it can visit the higher realms. All right, and part of that is, you know, or part of it occurs in the dream state. So I'm wondering if that's what's going on here. You guys are visiting each other in sleep, or you guys are up at night worrying about each other. There's a lot of with the Nine of Swords, a lot of, you know, anxiety, stress, fear. Okay, there's still fears that both of you share, you know, and that would explain why the Five of Wands is here, because there's problems. Okay, that the Five of Wands is basically in the blockage position. There's problems. Okay, there's challenges. What are the challenges? What are the blockages? Well, we have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands in itself is that. It's an inner conflict. Okay? Inner and external conflict. So that's telling me there could be external factors in your everyday physical waking life that get in the way of the dynamic. And then there's, you know, internal struggles as well. Power struggles that get in the way of your dynamic also. And all of this, okay, all of this in the Five of Wands is creating the Nine of Swords between you. Okay? I feel like your twin does think about you, okay? Because I feel like you're the bush, or the relationship is the bush, and they're really putting some thought into how to make this work. But no matter which way they look at it, they feel a little stumped, like they can't find a solution on how to make it work. Okay, I feel like you're thinking about them, but you also have your guard up just slightly because of that sword being up in the King of Swords. You might be more rational, logical in regards to, you know, how you're looking at it. Again, that hawk energy there is saying you have some kind of perspective that you didn't have before. And maybe that's why you're in a more rational state of mind. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that is good because the emotions can muddy the waters, okay, in regards to the way you see situations and people and your relationships, right? So it's like if you can look at it with a sharp eye, maybe that also helps you make better judgments, right? So you also have the Six of Cups going out as far as the energy. The Six of Cups a lot of times is a reunion of somebody who's left and then they come back, all right? It is that soulmate, kindred spirit energy. It really is, okay? And sometimes it's an energy, it's like you can't easily get out of this feeling, you know, because they're special, all right? You form a bond, you form a connection with the Six of Cups card. And it's not one that you can easily forget. So a lot of times you can find yourself in your thoughts, reminiscing about them, missing them with the Six of Cups, especially with this Nine of Swords. Okay, they're in your thoughts. You could be missing them, nostalgic for their presence. You could be wanting them to return. They could be thinking about wanting to return to you as well with the Six of Cups energy. All right, it is this kindred spirit, soulmate. I have a bond with you. So it's saying to me in the kind of acting like the future position, there's a possibility that this person can come back to you. And maybe that's why they're here with the Seven of Pentacles in the heart, trying to figure out how. Okay? They're trying to figure out how to do that, I think. I'm feeling a separation here. Because a lot of times when the Six of Cups comes up, it's showing that we're thinking about somebody or reminiscing about somebody who isn't currently in our present. Okay? But somebody from our past. Right? So, again, I'm feeling like the Seven of Pentacles is your person evaluating the situation, looking at it, looking for a solution, maybe on how to come back. All right. And maybe there's a lot of this going on. Maybe I just heard like the reason why there's this here, the Nine of Swords, as far as what's between you, is because I feel like they might think of coming back, and you're preparing yourself, okay, well, if they come back, what the heck am I going to do? Right? And that's why your guard is up, in case they do. I'm wondering if you're feeling a little cold right now towards them. Again, maybe because of something you learned. All right, that's what I'm getting. But I do feel with the Six of Cups, there is a possibility that somebody might come back. Okay, if they're not coming back physically, then they could be coming back and visiting you another way. Okay, 5D. Not in the 3D, but in the 5D realms. In your dreams, in your sleep. They could be coming back as, you know, with something as simple as invading your thoughts. Okay, I do feel like your energy is very, like, I guess, there's a hard exterior, okay? The reason why I'm getting this is because of all the armor this King of Swords is wearing, okay? And then, underneath the surface, okay, what's going on that maybe you're not fully aware of, or what's happening underneath the surface of it all, is the Eight of Swords. So I feel like somebody feels tied up in knots about this. Again, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, tied up in knots. She has this rope wrapped around her. She has the swords and the blindfold on. Right? And it's like, okay, well, this is what's happening underneath the surface. You or them might be feeling like there's no way out of this situation. There's no way to, like I said, no way to heal the situation, no way to fix this. Maybe your person feels like there's no way to really come back. Again, external conflicts could be keeping you guys apart. Internal conflicts as well. That would speak of more of, Eight of Swords would speak more of an internal conflict. But what's crazy is you have the Sun. Okay, you guys picked the Sun. That's warmth, that's high energy. Okay, that's vitality. Again, remember I mentioned ego, right? This card does speak of that. And when I think of the Sun, I do think of like fire sign energy. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, you could be dealing with as well. But the Sun can, in a shadow aspect, can speak of ego. Again, if you guys are visiting each other in sleep state, you know, like I said, the ego can be dropped in order for you to visit each other and say things in dream state that you wouldn't normally say to each other in the waking life. Right? That's what I'm getting from that. But like I said, the Sun is a very warm, vibrant energy. So part of me is feeling like there's still love there. Okay. And I think something is illuminating the situation. Like I said, with the King of Swords, he has a sword up, and I feel like there's some truth there. Something is shining down on the situation to reveal what's hidden. Okay, the Sun does that. It exposes the dark. So there's something that someone's been in the dark about that is soon to be revealed, I feel, with that Sun. And the Eight of Swords, I feel once that truth is revealed in regards to your person or the dynamic or the situation, you'll be free. Okay, you'll feel like you can walk out of those Eight of Swords, because right now it's like a little bit of a tight space. I'm feeling a little bit of a bind that you feel that you're in, like there's no way to really move and progress in this dynamic. That would explain why the Seven of Pentacles is there as well. Right, if you have power struggles with each other, you can't seem to get along, that would explain why, you know, it's like we can't make progress, can't grow in some way, but something has to be revealed, and the Sun, I think, is going to work its magic in order to do that, to reveal it to you so you can see how you can move forward or not. Okay, there's always that possibility as well. So let's get one card here for your situation, your twin flame. Let's get more detail in regards to this. All right, so we have the hammer. Let's see if I can get in on this. Okay, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Again, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which kind of talks about working on something or trying to make it work, right? That's why I was feeling like there's a need to rebuild here. And in a shadow aspect, you know, yeah, all this worry, fear, internal struggle, you, them can also be sabotaging. Okay, there's a desire here to work on it, to rebuild with this hammer energy. But I feel like there's external or internal things with these two cards, the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands, that can be very sabotaging to the connection. Okay, there's a desire to build and progress and make this thing grow. And the hammer speaks of wanting to rebuild the connection. I also feel like in order to do that, some things have to be brought to light with the sun. Maybe there'll be some revelations once they return, okay, and maybe share some things with you that maybe were hidden from you before, right? Somebody needs to step out of the Eight of Swords, though. But I feel like there's something that's hidden. That's why she has the blindfold on as well. There's something that she can't see right now, and it creates an issue at the moment because she can't see. You can't see what's hidden from you right now. Okay, so yeah, the Eight of Cups. All right, so somebody, again, I was feeling that cold exterior a little bit from the King of Swords. Some of you might decide to walk away from this, okay, because it is an Eight of Cups. Some of you might decide to walk away from this altogether, because again, you can't make progress. The Seven of Pentacles wants to make progress. It wants to build this thing up. It wants to, you know, see the garden grow, per se. But there's a feeling of wanting to throw in the towel or wanting to give up on this and walk away from it. The Nine of Swords to me is like a vacillating back and forth in your mind, in your heart, okay? Again, with the Five of Wands, the internal, external struggles of head and heart, okay? Do I stay? Do I go? And I think there's two eights here, by the way, so some of you might want to look up 88. I'm getting the vibe that part of you wants to stay, part of you wants to go. That could also be coming from your twin. The Eight of Cups always wants to seek out the Nine, and then the Ten of Cups, if something's no longer, you know, in its highest good, okay, with the Eight of Cups, you get to a point where it's like, okay, I can't work on this anymore. There's no more, there's no more to be accomplished here. I have to go find my love, my joy, my happiness elsewhere. Okay, so I'm getting the back and forth with the Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords of, do I stay, do I go? Do I hold on to this connection? Do I see if I can make this work? Or do I just walk away? You know, I think some of you are waiting for something to come through with the sun to show you the way as well. Okay. They might come back with the Six of Cups, and, you know, it's at that point you're going to have to make the choice. All right, sweetheart, so that is, you know, the love interest. All right, constancy. Again, that no progress. You're feeling like you're not making any progress. And Judge. Like I said, you might have to decide something. Decide whether to stay or go, okay? Because you have the Sweetheart, the constancy, which also feels stuck, like the Eight of Swords, you know, and then you have the Judge. The Judge also is like a mini Justice card with the scales in the background. So I'm looking at these 3 cards, like there's a need to make progress. There's a need to search for more. There's a need for more in the 8 of Cups. Okay, but there's a stagnation that's being felt here. And you want to, you want to kind of work on the relationship, but you also, I feel, can't stand the fact that it's not making progress, right? Like I said, the 7 of Pentacles sometimes wants to just let it go, wants to throw in the towel, wants to give up because it's not seeing that it's going anywhere. And that energy could be coming, from both of you, and that's why we had the 9 of Swords in the middle. It's like, what do I do with this? It's not making progress. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I move forward with the 8 of Cups energy? Do I rebuild? Do I try to work on this even though we have our problems? Do I hold out? Do I wait for an answer like the sun wants to reveal and shed light on things, right? Do I wait for an answer? But there's a lot of thinking about them, a lot of reminiscing about them. They might be in the, in your head, in your heart, memories. You might be revisiting memories of them as well with that 6 of Cups. But I feel like there's a possibility they could come back. And then when they do, you're going to have to make that choice. Again, the judge is the one who makes the choice. All right. He has to decide something. He has to be a really sharp judge of character. Again, I'm going to go back to the King of Swords. So when they do come back with the 6 of Cups, again, you're going to have a sharp eye in regards to your decision making. Like, what do you want to do? Because if you don't see progress, okay, if you don't see any progress between you, I feel like you've evolved with that Hawk energy, because that is, a higher perspective or higher insight. So I feel like you've gained that. And I feel like if your person, you might feel like your person is still stagnant. If they haven't grown, you might decide, you know what, we can't do anything more here. And you might have to, again, if they come back, decide that you can't. You can't progress like that, right? So let me grab one Romance Angels, and then I'll go get your Heart Oracle too. All right, true love. Okay, there's love here. There is love here. This is a romance of a lifetime, but it has its challenges, okay? It has its challenges. We see that with the 5 of Wands. All right, there is definitely love here. There's a need for more, though. There's a need for progress. And it's like, here's this stagnant, stuck energy. You have it here with the 8 of Swords. You also have it with the constancy. The constancy is one of those situations where nothing really moves. It's constant, okay? So it's almost like you're looking for progress. I almost feel like, if you're the Divine Feminine, maybe that's why the Sweetheart card showed up. If you're the Divine Feminine, you're looking for progress. You don't see progress, then it's almost like Divine Feminine feels like she's about to keep it moving with that 8 of Cups, because she knows she wants her 10 Cups, or she wants more. All right, whoever takes on the Divine Feminine role, it doesn't have to be an actual female, okay? So it's whoever is representing as the Divine Feminine. I feel like that's what's going on. You want your 10 Cups. This person is not making progress with you in some way. It's really been a struggle or a conflict. And it is love, okay, because we have the true love energy here. But you feel that, you want 10 Cups. You feel you're worthy of more than just 8. And I don't blame you, okay? There is this warmth, this love, I feel, from the sun energy coming between you. I do feel with the, this being in the shadow aspect, there are some instances where the ego is really present, and it creates the power struggles here. And then the only time some of you can really connect might be in the, etheric realms. All right. And actually, because your guard is dropped when you're in the dream state, and you can tell the other person how you feel, where in the 3D it's so hard to do so. Okay. Maybe that's where you communicate best. All right, it says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, All right, that 9 of Swords. A blessing will soon be revealed. Didn't I say there was some truth about to come out with this sword, that the King of Swords is holding? Right? Didn't I say that? Maybe you're waiting for something to be shown to you, some truth to come out. Maybe you see something now, or have learned something that you didn't learn before. That's what that's saying. Again, anything that's hidden is going to get revealed with the sun. And I mentioned that as well. So, stack number 1, people. This is your reading. I'm tempted just to pull a song for you guys, just real quick, in regards to this, okay? And then, you know, like I said in the other reading, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it doesn't relate, that's okay. Don't let it rob you of the messages that you got if the song does not connect for you, okay? So, what song can we get? And I'm going to make sure I have the volume down. Maybe clear off my phone, all right? It's so dirty. So, what song can we get for stack number 1's reading to help them with more messages? It takes a lot to know a man. Okay, Damien Rice. So by all means, please look the lyrics up to that song and let me know if it relates. All right, stack number 2. You chose the heart. I'm going to put that there. We will incorporate that into the reading as we go along. We're going to look at your heart, your feelings, their heart, their feelings, any blockages and challenges that you might have in the dynamic between you and your twin flame. We're also going to look at what you share between you, okay, what you have in common right now. And we're also going to look at where the situation is going as it stands right now. We'll also look at the card underneath the deck, which is going to give us, I guess, the unknown, or what you don't know, or what's underneath the surface at the moment. Okay, so the first card we will start with is your heart, okay, because we want to know about you, your feelings for the situation, for your twin. Oh, okay, what was that? All right, the 8 of Cups. Okay. Okay, and the Death. All right. Don't get mad at me. All right, those are 2 cards that popped out for you. So, let's knock on this and see what's going on with them. Okay, so we want to know what's in their heart. Your twin flame, stack number 2 viewers. What's in their heart? What's in their feelings for the dynamic, for the situation between you and your twin flame? What is what is in their heart? What is in their feelings right now for you at the moment? All right, so we have, okay, so we have the Lord. That would be Aries energy. That is the Emperor, okay? I'm going to ask now for blockages. Okay, a card that would represent the blockages or challenges that you guys might face in this dynamic, or have faced in your twin flame situation. Blockages and challenges between you and your twin flame for stack number 2 viewers. It's funny, stack number 2's card is the heart. And that says number 2 on it. So that was not intentional. All right, so 1 card for blockages and challenges. All right, so 6 of Swords. Let's get 1 card for what you share between you. That is, okay, the 6 of Cups. That showed up in stack number 1's reading as well. All right, and let's see, what is the energy going out? So where is this situation going? All right, the Chariot. All right, so already, oh yes, and underneath the deck, I'm sorry, that is the Judgments. Okay, a lot of times people say this is a reconciliation, all right, or facing the situation in a way where you have to own up to, you know, your crap in a way, okay? So let me start with your heart. Okay, so there's a little bit of like, I'm getting, there's transformation, okay, is what I'm seeing from the Death. That's also Scorpio energy. Transformation. and somebody wanting to seek out more with the Eight of Cups. So I don't know why I'm hearing tired. Somebody's tired of the journey. Okay, maybe it's coming from the Eight of Cups. Okay, the vibe that's in this Eight of Cups, because look, he's having to walk up this hill. He's left the Eight Cups behind. You know, but he has a long road ahead. All right, so maybe in your heart you feel like you've walked far. All right, you've taken this journey, this twin flame journey, and it has exhausted you. Okay, that's what I'm hearing from this. You're wiser though, okay, because I'm looking at the Death card and I'm looking at the wise woman in here. All right, we also have the snake in the background here, which is a symbol of healing. It can speak of transformation as well, wisdom. Okay. And I'm looking at this like, why does she look so tired to me? Okay, as well. She's older, she's wiser now. Okay, this journey has taught you much, I feel. It's changed you because the Death card is transformative. It's like, with the Death, with the Eight of Cups, it's cards that speak of movement and change. Soul searching, even with the Eight of Cups. You've searched your soul deep and wide in regards to this connection. And in your heart in regards to this connection. But you know something has to change. Something is ready for a shift. You're ready to take that step into the right direction with that Eight of Cups and the Death card. The Death card is an energy where it's inevitable. It's change that has to happen. It eventually will occur, whether you like it or not. You can't stop it from occurring. It's necessary change, okay? And remember, energy doesn't die, it just transfers, okay? And I feel like that's what's happening here. Something has shifted. Something has changed in a way where it's not what it used to be anymore. Right? That's not always a bad thing. You know, it's called evolution. Right? So I feel like in your heart space, this dynamic has evolved you with that Death card. Maybe it wasn't a pretty ride. Okay? Maybe you feel tired and worn out from it because it's been rough. But nonetheless, the ride taught you a lot. You gained wisdom. You're this wise woman now, right? And you're ready for the next phase of your journey. We have this with the Eight of Cups. Now, whether your twin can offer you 10 cups because that's what you're looking for or not, I don't know. Okay, but something you've been left unfulfilled as of now in regards to this dynamic, and I apologize for the blur. You've been left unfulfilled in regards to this dynamic, okay? And now you're ready for more. You're needing more, you're seeking more, you're wanting more, you're deserving of more. I'm hearing bereft. Some of you have been made to feel that, like that. Okay? And that's why the soul with the Eight of Cups is calling for a shift, calling for a change. All right? So I feel like that's you. And it's not that you want to let it go, okay? Because you put a lot into these 8 cups, all right? But maybe you feel that it wasn't going to amount to anything more. And it's like, okay, when is this situation going to change? When is it going to come around? You know, the Death card is seeking that change. It's seeking the transformation. All right? And it's like, okay, well, if it's not going to come around for me, that's what I'm getting from this, then I'm going to go find it myself. If this person isn't going to come around and offer me 10 cups, then I got to go find it myself. And I'm hearing self-love. All right, maybe the 10 cups you're seeking is more along the lines of self-love rather than an actual physical other person. Okay, like I said, a need to evolve. So that's what I'm getting from you. And then we have the Aries energy here in the heart space. That could be your twin. Your twin could be Aries. There's a stubbornness coming from your person, okay? And a little bit of a controlling aspect coming from the heart. So I don't know if your person's just not yielding to the connection, all right? Maybe they're stubborn in regards to the connection. Because if you look at his demeanor, he's brooding a bit. So I think your person is also brooding over you. With this card here, they're brooding over the connection. They're set in their ways. They're stubborn in the heart space, okay, in regards to it. That's what I'm getting. Maybe they have their defenses up because, you know, I think of the Lord or the Emperor and I think of a protector. So he has to be very protective of his realm. And if his heart, okay, is that realm, he's going to have his walls up. All right. So somebody's being really stubborn in regards to how they see this connection or how they approach the connection or how they treat the connection. Okay. And I knew that would happen. I came prepared with with candles here. Okay. But I'm feeling like your person, okay, your person has to kind of release control over how they think things should be. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. Like I said, set in their ways. Maybe I'm getting my way or the highway in regards to the connection. Right? But the crazy thing is the Six of Cups is here and you both are thinking about each other. Okay, you both are reminiscing about each other. In the heart space over here, it's stubborn. I don't want to budge. I don't want to be the first one. I don't want to be the first one to reach out. Okay, that's what I'm getting from the Six of Cups. I don't want to be the first one to reach out. This is what you share between you. So you both are mutually thinking about each other. You both are reminiscing, having fond memories of one another with the Six of Cups. Okay. You're on each other's minds and hearts. You know, you both see each other as this soulmate, kindred spirit connection, strong bond. Okay, one that you can't easily forget. It will bring itself up every once in a while, and you might feel that pull with your person every once in a while. It's almost like here you are trying to move on. Okay, your feelings, your heart, you're trying to move on. But every once in a while, their energy comes back to pull on you. Okay, that's what I'm getting with the Six of Cups. You know, or comes back and I don't know why I'm hearing this, but comes back to try to play with you a bit. Okay. The reason why I say that is because in this card, there's two children playing together. All right, I don't know if you can see that. There's two kids playing together. All right, so I get the sense that, you know, the feelings, the reminiscing of each other, you know, their energy, they could be thinking about you. You might be feeling it. You might be feeling them thinking about you. Or you might feel their energy around you. And then it pulls you back in. When you're trying to move on, it pulls you back in. And that's what makes that soulmate connection very difficult to disentangle yourself from, because that link or that vibe or connection to them in some way is always present. Okay. The blockages and the challenges position, you have the Six of Swords. The challenge is somebody's trying to move on. Okay. It could be you, it could be them. I mean, here's your heart, you know. Stack number 2, that's your heart here. I feel like you're wanting to move on, but there's something about them that is still present with that Six of Cups energy that you can't forget no matter how much you try, or their energy field is pulling on yours, okay? You're trying to move on. You know what I'm getting from this? Okay, you know what I'm getting from this? This is so weird. Okay, you ever see a rope tied to a small, boat, right? A skiff or something like that, right? A lot of times, somebody on shore grabs the rope and pulls the boat in, okay, in order to help dock it on land or on the shore. And I'm feeling like the challenge is somebody's trying to move on, but this Six of Cups energy is still very strong. Okay, the thought process, the heart space towards them, the energetic field between you and them is still really strong. And then somebody's pulling the rope and pulling the boat in when the other person is trying to move on. Okay? The Six of Swords is that energy where it moves, is trying to find calm, peace of mind, is trying to find a more peaceful situation within. Okay? With this Six of Swords. And you hear me say this all the time. The swords are in your boat. They're with you, but they don't sink you. Okay? These are all your experiences. They're in your boat. All the lessons learned, they're in your boat, but they don't sink you. Okay, so I feel like you, like I said here, in this area, you learned a lot from this dynamic. It taught you much. It was not in vain. Please keep that in mind. It was not in vain. They are stubborn as hell in their heart space. Okay? They know they're still thinking about you. You're still thinking about them, but they refuse. For whatever reason, they refuse to reach out and drop the walls of their empire a little bit to let you in. Okay? Six of Swords energy is like, somebody's trying to move on, but they get reeled back in. Their boat gets pulled back onto shore. Somebody's looking for peace of mind. That's the challenge. And yet, as much as they try, this is what comes back. The Six of Cups. Whether they physically come back, in and out, pull on your heartstrings, your boat strings, reel you back in, or play, bring your emotions back out to play again, okay? There's a want or need or desire to kind of like, get away from that, in a sense. For your own health and peace of mind, okay? And healing maybe, okay? Healing is important. So the Eight of Cups might be looking to take, a break from the dynamic too, to heal, to soul search, to find itself. The Six of Swords, I can easily see that. I feel like somebody wants a break. Somebody needs to pull away from this dynamic in order to heal, in order to feel better, in order to understand it better, in order to evolve on their own. But there's this dynamic of constantly being pulled in. Okay, pulled in by the memories, pulled in by their energetic field that you may still feel. And then the Chariot is the energy going out. That is like, okay, movement, harnessing your energy, these polarizing energies, finding common ground and going in a single direction. So again, there is the potential for it. Okay, that's also Cancer energy. You have Scorpio, you have Aries here. I just want to throw that out there in case that could apply to any one of you in your situation. But the Chariot wants to move forward. Again, card of movement. So it's like somebody wants to grab a hold of the reins and move forward and not look back from this connection with the Chariot. And it's like maybe it's very conflicting just looking at the cards, because there's so many cards of like wanting to move on. Eight of Cups, Chariot, Six of Swords. Yeah, Six of Swords. Yet you have this Six of Cups. You both are thinking about each other, reminiscing, being nostalgic over one another, having, thoughts and fond memories of each other fill the heart space. So there's this fondness there between you. There's this affinity there between you. With this energy here, yet there's a need to move away from it as well. Okay, you have the heart. Obviously, there's a lot of heart involved in this, a lot of feelings. Number 2 is coupledom, partnerships, relationship dynamics with the number 2 duality, we have that with the chariot as well. The black, the white, the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine, okay? And the chariot wants to find common ground too in order to go in a single direction, like I said. And I do feel like there is no common ground at the moment. You can't find the common ground, and that's why the Six of Swords wants to move away from it, maybe to heal, so that way you eventually can. You know, like that's a thought there, and that's what I was feeling and hearing. It's like, okay, you have to heal first. Maybe that requires you separate in order to eventually, you know, forge your own paths, and then once the healing is done, you're both, you know, evolved again with the Death card, right? You're both evolved, then you can find common ground. Okay, but the heart, you know, that is about love, that's about affection, it's about romance, it's about, you know, all of that mushy gushy stuff. And you know, the heart is involved, and it's not easy to walk away from something or someone that you love. And I'm getting the vibe that somebody feels like it's necessary for your own healing, or maybe their healing, you know, in order for you both to evolve. You know, I just gotta throw it out there. You know, there's the heart has a shadow aspect. You know, it is about heartbreak. You know, it's about disappointing relationships. You know, and it can speak of breakups. So with all this, you know, walking away with the Eight of Cups, the Death energy speaks of endings and transformations. Six of Swords is trying to move on and find peace of mind. The Chariot also is trying to move forward into the future, you know, harness all its energy, its opposing forces and conflict within in order to go in a single direction and not really look back. You know, it makes you wonder if there has been a separation here. You're both doing your best to move on from each other, but you haven't stopped thinking about one another. Because there is still all of this love there. Okay. And then you have the Rebirth card, which is about judgment, and it's about, you know, liberation, waking up, having, you know, like I said, owning up to your crap, right? You get to a point where, you know, with this card, it's like you have to wake up to the reality of a situation. A lot of times this will show up to say, you know, this is your moment to leave the past behind, to really free yourself from it. A lot of times, though, people could say that this is somebody coming back, all right? And we have that here with the Six of Cups. The reason why they say that is because it's like, okay, resurrection, all right? Resurrection is something coming back from the dead, something that you thought was dead and gone, but, you know, it resurrects itself here with the Judgment or the Rebirth card. All right, so I'm getting the sense that there has been mutual contemplation of maybe one of you going back to the other. Okay, and maybe resurrecting the relationship, but I also feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to happen. And there's a lot of common ground that needs to be found in order for you guys to go in a single direction together. Somebody needs to not be so stubborn, I also feel, and release control, maybe surrender a little bit. Otherwise, the other person is going to get really tired of waiting to see things change and decide to make that change for themselves. Okay? Chariot is, you know, I think that's the twin flame dynamic right there. You want to go this direction, they want to go that direction. It's like, okay, well, what about, where's the common ground where we can be on the same page so we can, you know, take this journey together? Otherwise, you're going to go in your direction and live your life. I'm going to go in my direction, live my life. I'll be taking my twin flame journey apart from you. You'll be taking yours apart from me. You know, and then we have the lady in the middle here, which is about, to me, the purpose, the mission. Okay, now keep in mind, with the twin flame situation, the Chariot. All right, this is what I'm picking up from this and hearing it in this way. Okay, I'm looking at the Chariot like, here's your twin, There's you. Let's say the person in the middle is like the purpose, the mission. And when it comes to the reason why twin flames are here, okay, on this planet, is to raise the consciousness of everyone here. Raise the consciousness of the collective. So when you're on your mission, you're doing your mission, you're fulfilling your soul purpose. You got to fulfill your soul mission whether you're with them or not, because the collective is the greater good. And that's what you're doing the work for. Okay? If you're a healer, you're doing your work, you're here doing what you're meant to do. That is most important, whether you're with them or not. Okay? So that's what I'm getting from the Chariot. And I feel like there might come a moment where you decide, okay, you do your thing, I'll do mine, but we still have a purpose here, whether we're apart. And that purpose doesn't even involve us, okay? It's more than just about you and your twin. And this is what a lot of people fail to understand in this dynamic. It's not just about you. It is about what you're here to do individually in order to raise the consciousness of the collective, okay? So that's what I'm getting from the Chariot, and I know that's different, all right? I know that's different. So there is the ability to resurrect this. I feel also with the rebirth card, there's a possibility somebody might be coming back looking for that redemption, okay? And that's underneath the surface. So that's what you may not realize right now. All right, maybe they got their wake-up call finally and understand what this situation is all about. I swear with that Six of Cups, I don't feel like either of your energy fields have allowed each other to truly forget one another. And then part of me at the same time, I look at the Chariot and I'm like, oh, well, this person might want to come back. They might want to come rushing toward you. You know, I have my eye on you, I'm focused on you, and I'm headed your way. You're trying to walk away from me. I feel that dynamic pull on my heartstrings. I feel you pull away from me, and I have to go back and get you. Like, that's also what I'm feeling from this. And maybe that's why the rebirth of the Judgment card is underneath the surface, because it's like they feel, look, and the Emperor is so focused, isn't he? He's super focused. So at the same time, maybe he, you know, the Emperor or, you know, your twin in the heart space here is determined, maybe with the Chariot, to find their way back. But somebody's trying to leave or pull away because the tug is strong, and it's really, I feel causing them some issues, okay? It's like, I want peace, somebody wants peace of mind, but the connection keeps tugging and pulling, okay? Somebody is trying to evolve past the 8 cups. And it's like, okay, well, if you can't give me 10 cups, or if my twin can't give me 10 cups, then I got to go fulfill those cups on my own. I got to go find them on my own. I got to fill my own cups. And I got to love myself. Okay, but I am really getting the vibe that there could be the resurrection here under the surface of this situation. You don't realize. It's happening. It's brewing. And it's because of this connection it can't be forgotten easily, okay? So either somebody's coming for you, or you're deciding to do your mission on your own, they're deciding to do their mission on their own, and keep the greater good in mind, even during the separation. There's still a lot of love here. There has been heartbreak. There has been loss. Okay, but that doesn't keep you from thinking about the other person. I also think the heart space for the twin over here is focused in some way, determined in some way, whether that be a stubborn determination, okay, maybe just not wanting to let their walls down. Part of me is also feeling like there's a possibility they, you know, charge towards you, okay? Because maybe the energetic field is telling them that you're moving away. Right? You're moving away, and they can feel it, and they might want to return with that judgment and seek redemption, right? So let's get one card here, get more detail, clarify this. Okay. So that flipped over. Yeah. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future, separation. Yeah, we already know that though. We know that. There's all this thinking about each other. Right? So yeah, that hasn't gone away. If the feeling is there between you, that's what you share. It's mutual. All right, so this is the playing card deck. It's really not reversed, but that is the Knight of Wands. So again, it could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. That is a card of movement. All right, that is about following your passion, moving towards that passion, or away from that passion for now. Again, the separation. He was reversed. So it could be lack of movement at the moment, and all you have now is just the memories for now. Or somebody moved away from the other. Now all you have is memories, but we know that. So let's see if we can get a little bit more detail here. All right, so the Death card again. But we know that there was an ending, there was a transformation, a change. Let's see if there's anything that will give us indication that there might be a chance that they could come back. All right, message, yeah. Okay, so the Death card, the message, which can speak of emails, phone calls, texts, social media, can also sometimes speak of synchronicity. Okay, and then we have the falseness, which could speak of some kind of trouble or something that is awry. Okay, something that is kind of like hidden from you. All right, we have the snake in here twice. So, I mean, I see the snake there, and I also see it here. So I think I'm going to grab another one of these because honestly, that combination, it's like something ended, a message came through, but something, I feel somebody's hiding something, keeping something from you, not really revealing the truth behind the message. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So let me grab one more card. And then I'm going to grab a romance angel. Okay. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. All right. So, like I said, it's such a conflicting kind of thing here because we have separation and then we have this card of union. Okay? I'm going to get in on here. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. So, I do feel the one card I don't really like. I mean, I don't care about the Death card so much. It really does not scare me because a lot of times I look at the Death card like an evolution. And yes, it can speak of endings. But with those endings come new beginnings, and with those endings come transformation. Okay? So I try to keep an open mind about the Death card. But what I don't like is the fact that this falseness energy is here, which speaks of trouble. Okay? Something hidden from you, perhaps. Something not being fully disclosed to you. So there's a message that comes through, but there's a hidden aspect about it. Okay? There's something you're not fully aware of with it. All right. Maybe they try to reach out to you and there's something they're holding back with. Again, the stubborn energy of this Emperor card. I'm looking at this like what's weird is I don't really see it as the ending of the partnership or the relationship. Okay. So maybe if we get a romance angels, we can get more clarification. I mean, it can very well be. I mean, you have the death card twice. You have the separation card. The heart and the shadow aspect can definitely speak of breakups. All right, so let's see. One more card. This would hopefully will clarify it and give us, I think that wants to take more information. Love yourself first. Didn't we say that? Your 10 of Cups is you trying to find yourself and love yourself. It says love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So if they come back seeking union, I want to say with this card, okay, be certain that what they're offering, you know, is in your best interest. All right. Like I said, they could be coming back, trying to resurrect it, trying to maybe redeem themselves in some way. But again, you've evolved, I think. And before you take that leap with them, before you move forward with them, you have to make sure that they are evolved as well, that they are in the right place. Otherwise, it's time to love yourself first, because if they're not evolved, how are they gonna come to you when you are, and then be on the same page like the Chariot? Remember, the Chariot has those two opposing horses that want to try to find common ground, but sometimes struggle to. So it's almost like I'm seeing it as you guys have to find the common ground, or it's not going to really progress. Okay? And sometimes the Chariot can feel out of control, because maybe the two horses, the yin and the yang, aren't on the same page. They're not vibing. So you got to make sure. I'm thinking when they come back out and reach out to you, because I think the message is saying they will. Are they really on the same vibe as you? You know? If you're a king, are they representing themselves as a queen when it comes to you? You know, when they come try to offer that love to you, are they representing themselves as a queen? And the same goes the other way. If you're a queen, are they coming at you representing themselves as a king? You know? So, let's see. Let's get one because nothing flipped out. Okay, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those that you love. Okay, I don't know why this card always shows up for some reason, and it always stumps me. So I'm going to take another one. Okay, maybe not. Romance, Cupid arrows strike. Again, I feel like there's a possibility your person might try to come back and resurrect this relationship, but they have to have evolved in some way. I feel you're going to feel like they will have to have evolved before you let your guard down and consider, okay, reigniting this situation or resurrecting it back. Okay, you've had a lot of memories with this person, a lot of fond times, I think, but I also feel like you in your heart, you're evolving, you're growing, you're moving towards something else at the moment. Okay, that could be self-love, that could be towards your mission. Like I said, you could be doing something really great, and it's like, are you willing to kind of rock that boat literally for this person if when they come back they're not presenting themselves in a higher state of being? Okay, they're not highly, let's say they haven't evolved as much as you have in the process of that separation. Okay, it might not sit well with you. So I'm going to pull a card, or not a card, I'm sorry, a song. Let me grab the phone. Okay. All right, so we want a song for stack number 2 viewers. In regards to this reading, more messages maybe to help with stack number 2's reading. Can we have a song? Numb. Okay, so like I've explained before, it says Numb by DJ Rustland. Okay, so like I said before, if the title itself doesn't apply, look up the song maybe and look up the lyrics to see if that applies. Okay, so right there, somebody's feeling numb, I think, and looking to move forward in the situation. Okay, maybe looking to love themselves for now until their other half, their twin can come back in an evolved state. Okay, that's really what I'm getting from that. And if they try to come back ahead of time, you might not see them as, on the same page as you, right? Again, the Chariot sometimes struggles. So keep that in mind. If this connects, please do let me know. If the song connects, please do let me know. Okay, I'm going to move on to stack number 3. All right, stack number 3. You chose the witch. Okay, and I'm going to put her over here, and I will incorporate her into the reading the further we go along. I have to explain kind of how this works as far as this spread. So we're going to look for one card for your heart, one card for their heart. That's kind of going to represent like the feelings, okay, in regards to how you feel about each other or the situation. We're going to look for a card that's going to represent any blockages or challenges that you might have. We're also going to take a card that's going to speak about what you share between you, okay? So what is the mutual energy? Then we're going to look at where it's going, where it's headed as of now, okay? And then we're going to look underneath the deck to see what's under the surface or what is the unknown energy you might not be aware of at this time, okay? So, whoa, that almost wanted to flip over. So, stack number 3, we want to know about your heart, okay? What's in your heart? What are your feelings towards your twin flame, towards the situation? And what's crazy is we have the Everyday Witch Tarot that I'm using here, and then the Witch is what was shuffled out and picked for your stack. So let's see, what's in your heart? What are your feelings towards your twin flame, towards the situation? One card. All right. So the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Now we're going to get some energy for your person, okay, your twin flame, and I think that's it. Okay, right there. Do you see that? All right, I might as well just let it do what it wants to do. Okay, so that's your person. 6 of Wands in the Tower. Okay, I kind of like that. All right, so now we want to know, what are the blockages and challenges that you might be facing in this, twin flame journey, okay, together. What are the blockages and the challenges? One card for that. All right, the Devil. All right. All right, so right away I heard it's hard to free yourself from it. You might be feeling like this bond is not one that you can easily release yourself from. I don't know why I'm hearing some of you might have already tried. Okay, so let's find what it is that you share between you. What's the mutual energy between you? Okay, cards just want to jump out for you. So mutual energy, what you share between you. All right, the King of Swords. I don't know if I like him too much, all right, in this position, because it's telling me that both of you are trying to be rationally minded. But let's keep going. We want to see where this situation, okay, all right, where the situation is headed or where it's going. All right, so that's the 7 of Cups that flipped over. I didn't really get a chance to shuffle very much on that, but we have the 5 of Wands underneath the deck, so I can't forget that. All right, so I'm going to put the 5 of Wands over here. We will get to that in a minute. We want to get to the other cards first. So we're going to start with you, Page of Pentacles. Okay, your energy is looking for maybe a new opportunity, okay, in regards to this dynamic. The Page of Pentacles is about an opportunity, a moment of, I almost want to say insight, and it's mostly because of this card and the art. Okay, the art that's here, the map. Okay, you're trying to find treasure. I'm just looking at this and seeing, okay, you're seeing potential. You're wondering if there's a new opportunity here. You're looking for some insight into maybe something new, okay? Research, trying to find out about the situation in a, I don't know why I'm hearing like methodical way, okay? There's something that you want to look into. There's something that what you want to journey towards, okay? And it's like you're looking for something with potential. You're looking at this situation to see if there is potential here for a future journey, okay? The reason why I'm feeling that is because in the map, and what's crazy is you have the tower in the background, and here we have the tower card. So it's almost like there's a lot of synchronistic things going on in the background of these cards, but I feel like you're trying to walk towards something. Could be in your heart space. You want to journey towards your twin. You're feeling the opportunity could be ripe to make this work between you and them. Pages are new energy, so it's almost like with him, because he's on a journey, he has a map in front of him. I'm feeling like you might be feeling like you want to seek your twin out. You might want to make contact to see if there is potential there. You might want to journey to see them or see them face to face, okay? You might be looking into them, maybe checking them out in some way, finding stuff out about them, because pages are students. They learn things, they investigate, they research, you know, it's all so that way they can understand things, okay? So I'm also seeing or feeling like you might be trying to understand your twin from a different perspective. Maybe one that, you know, it's been a long time coming, I'm hearing, or a long road to get to this point of understanding, but you're still learning and you're still growing in this dynamic, okay? Because pages are new energy. They're young. They're still growing, okay? So I feel like that's how you feel. You still feel like you're growing in this dynamic. You're trying to understand it and you want to learn more. You wish that you could journey towards them to see if there's potential here, or if you want to see what can become of it, okay, in the future. All right, because pages are growing up. They want to be grown one day. They want to be the King of Pentacles, especially this Page of Pentacles. Okay, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, that could be you. We are in Virgo season, technically. That could be them. But I'm looking at this like, you want to see where this can go. Can this develop and become something solid like a King of Pentacles? You know, you want to see the potential there. All right, so part of me is feeling like there was some kind of shakeup or breakup, and maybe that's because of the tower energy, okay, on their end. That could have been it. I'm not 100% sure if there is communication between you and your twin or not. There is a little bit of a vibe that there may not be, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here coming from you. I feel like an optimism coming from you, okay, in your heart space in regards to them. Over here with them, they have the Tower and the Six of Wands. So this is good energy too, okay? I feel like some kind of shakeup happened to kind of maybe reveal some things, okay, with that tower energy, because the walls come crumbling down to break you free of anything that isn't solid or secure or safe, right? And then it gives you a clean slate so you can rebuild. So it's almost like if you look at the Witch in the Tower card, she seems kind of content with the way things have unfolded. Okay, the tower's crumbling down. I feel like part of her knew it had to, but it's almost like she was ready for it. You know, because in order for her to truly rebuild and really overcome the obstacles, whatever wasn't working had to be broken down. So I do feel the vibe that your twin feels like there were some things, and the roles can be reversed, so keep that in mind. There were some things that needed to be broken down so that way they can truly understand. And I feel like those walls that had to come crumbling down were mostly on their end. Okay, there were some things that they had to release with that tower energy in order to see things clearly. All right, and then you have the Six of Wands, which is this triumph over adversity. So whatever adversity they were experiencing in their situation, whether together or apart, it feels like with the Six of Wands that they're overcoming it, okay? And I feel like their false foundation has broken down, and I feel like on some level they see you differently now. All right, I feel like this tower had to come crumbling down for them so they can actually see how special you are. Okay, that's really the vibe that I'm getting. Okay, because you see how everybody's like, you know, paying her homage, okay, basically showing her gratitude and reverence, all right, and congratulating her. So part of me feels like there was something about the dynamic that they weren't seeing, and now they see it because the smoke is cleared. With the tower, they see it, and they're seeing you for who you really are in their life, okay, and in the dynamic. I think their own, I'm feeling from the tower, okay, and the Six of Wands as this combo in their heart space. I feel like they are feeling like they understand now that any limitations that they felt in regards to this dynamic, those false limitations of it, okay, has crumbled. And now they're looking at the situation like the Six of Wands, like maybe, you know, maybe there's a chance here, maybe there's a possibility here, maybe there, you know, there's a way that we can overcome these obstacles, maybe we can be together. I see it now. I don't have, you know, anything blocking my vision or my view anymore is what I'm hearing from the Tower and the Six of Wands. I can see clearly now. I can see the potential. I can see my twin or my person for who they really are now. Okay, maybe where they weren't seeing it before. I don't know why I'm feeling like the Tower was blocking their view of you in all your glory in some way. Okay. Part of me is feeling like they might feel appreciative also that this blockage that they had was maybe has come down and cleared the way for them, cleaned the slate for them. Okay. And they can overcome these challenges that they were once facing with the Tower. Now it's like, okay, I realize now. I had this sudden realization of what's going on here, and now that I know what's going on here, I can tackle it. Okay, that's what I'm getting with these two cards as far as how they're feeling what's in their heart. Now, the Devil's over here. So, of course, the Devil comes up, you know, to say that there's a possibility that somebody could be, you know, obsessing over this, overthinking it, feeling tempted by the situation, overwhelmed, feeling like a karmic pull. You know, it's the shadow aspect. A lot of times it's the ego as well that gets in the way of these dynamics, you know, between you and other people. So I'm also feeling like part of the blockage, okay, is that there's something, okay, look at the volcanoes in the background, okay. I don't know why I feel like the volcanoes in the background and there's something ready to erupt. There was something, maybe a temper, somebody's temper. Okay, I got that. Maybe there was a blow up. There was a blow up, and that blow up maybe is what brought down the Tower over here in the heart and the feelings. You know, maybe there was something that erupted in the dynamic which brought a lot of things to the surface and a lot of things to light. And I'm also hearing Dark Night of the Soul. Okay, that caused maybe a challenge or a hiccup in the relationship and the progression of that. Okay, so personal challenges, maybe some issues of ego. Okay, the dynamics between you and the person, maybe there was just too much of wanting to have control over the situation, not surrendering, okay, with the Devil in that position. That's also Capricorn, okay? So you could be dealing with a Capricorn. So we have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We have Capricorn over here with the Devil. We have the King of Swords in the middle. That could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, and the Tower. Sometimes people say the Tower is Scorpio. That's a possibility. But I'm feeling like something erupted and it brought a lot of things to the surface in regards to your situation. A lot of negative traits or aspects that created some hindrances and some blockages in between, or, you know, in regards to the situation with you and this person. Maybe there was a temptation or some kind of situation that led them astray. Okay, I'm hearing that from the devil card, and that created a blockage. Okay, when I say something erupted, it could have been, you know, something as simple as conversation maybe took place and erupted you, interrupted the flow of the connection. Okay, the tower, like I said, something came crumbling down, and it's created an enlightening moment for them in the heart space, and it's like their heart is seeing right now what they have, or what maybe they lost, or what they're missing. Okay, I'm feeling like the Six of Wands kind of wants to it's almost like they want to either recognize you, okay, for what you bring to the table, or they feel like they can overcome the obstacles, the blockages that are here with the devil, and possibly in their own perspective, okay, limitations. They feel like they can overcome those limitations within themselves and then maybe pursue with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is success, okay? Triumph over adversity and success. Achieving something. They feel like they can achieve things now. They don't have this blockage in the way anymore. The smoke is cleared. Maybe in the past that's exactly what happened and it caused a big blow up between you, but it's almost like you feel like there's still potential here. Maybe you want to journey towards them to see if there's still potential. Maybe you want to reach out because pages are messages. Okay, so I could say that as well. I could definitely see that. And with these two cards, it's like something wants to be overcome here. After the smoke settles, something wants to be achieved here. It is a card of achievement with the Six of Wands. So the King of Swords in the middle here in regards to what you share between you, well, the King of Swords can be so focused, right? And he could be very logical and rational about this. And I don't know why he's like, to me, his energy is more like, I'm going to plan for this. Okay, I'm going to plan for this. I'm going to put something in writing on paper. I don't know why I'm feeling like somebody wants to reach out with the King of Swords energy. Maybe because he has this book and then he has this sword. He's pointing to the book and it's like, I have something to convey and maybe it's truth. Okay, so it's almost like I'm hearing there's some truth that needs to be shared or conveyed with each other. And I'm saying that because a book, you know, when you think of a book and reading a book, it relays information. Okay, so there's some kind of information that needs to be relayed. I think both of you have something to say to each other. There's information that needs relayed to each other. Books also enlighten you on things. Okay, they're informative. So there's some kind of information that I think both of you are looking to share with each other. And it's going to require communication because, you know, the swords are that. And he's holding the sword of truth in his hands. So there's a need to relay some kind of truth or communication. I'm also hearing from the King of Swords the need to speak, mutually speak your minds. Okay. With the tower, back to the tower in the heart space of your twin and the Six of Wands, I'm hearing that where they felt they couldn't, now they feel they can. Okay, so maybe that has to do with the communication. Maybe at one time they felt they couldn't communicate with you, or they couldn't reach out to you, or they couldn't tell you how they feel, or they couldn't share those things with you. Because if you look at the Six of Wands, the girl is sharing her flowers. Okay. So self-limiting talk, I'm hearing from the tower. limitations that maybe would make somebody hold back from you. I feel like that's kind of dissipating now. It's going away, and maybe they feel like they can reach out. And that's why the communication maybe of the King of Swords, he's speaking to me about information and communication, really, with all the books everywhere in his library. Okay, he's speaking to me about communication and staying informed. And I do feel like maybe your person or your twin felt like they couldn't communicate before, but that self-limiting talk or belief has been crumbled down, and they realize that, you know, that's just a lie they tell themselves. And now that the dust has settled and they've overcome that, maybe they're looking to reach out, because she is holding a flower out with the Six of Wands. So again, the triumph over the adversity, the triumph over the obstacle. Maybe the obstacle was the lack of communication, or the struggle to reach out and connect. Okay. So I like how he's reading as communication. And it's a card of intelligence, being sharp, witty, factual, okay, facts. Again, the truth. There's some kind of facts or truth that needs to be shared or conveyed, okay? Mutually, you have things to say. You really do. And the Tower, like, I keep going back to that card, and I guess it's because, it's a breakdown in order to have a breakthrough, and the breakthrough is the Six of Wands. So your person is feeling like they've had a breakthrough recently in regards to this connection, and now I feel like with the King of Swords, they want to talk. Okay? There's a lot of shadow work, I think, that either you or that person did with the Devil card over here and the blockages and challenges. Actually, I think that is what has kept you apart in some way, if there's any separation. Or that was the struggle, okay? The shadow aspect that you both had to work through. But I feel like they broke free of that with the Tower in some way. And now they want to reach out. They want to extend the love with this flower being extended to the lady over here. They want to extend the love and communicate, I'm feeling. Now they don't, I feel like they don't have as much holding them back anymore. Like I said, something was blocking their view, right? Their view of you and how special you are is what I'm seeing. But now they see how special you are, and they feel the need to, remove the self-limiting talk. Whatever they used to tell themselves to keep themselves away or from talking to you or from sharing their feelings, I feel like now they want to. Okay, the King of Swords is communication, intellect, rationale. I'm hearing with the King of Swords, the need to be thorough. Okay, the need to be thorough and share something, share information, speak. Too many words unsaid is what I'm also hearing. Too many words unread. So I don't know if somebody, feels like their words went unread with somebody. Like maybe somebody was blocking messages before, and you feel like you wrote them and maybe they never read anything. But I feel like somebody's willing to read now, okay? Because you have the books open. And maybe with this Page of Pentacles in your heart space, you're feeling like, your heart wants to reach out. Your heart wants to journey towards them to see if there's anything left. Okay. Tower fell down over here, but it's like it's rebuilt in this card, okay? Or it's still complete in this card. All right, so let me go to the Seven of Cups here, because this is the energy going out. And I still haven't even gotten to your underneath the surface and your witch energy here. So the Seven of Cups, energy going out. It's options, okay? It's things that need to be decided, because a lot of times you don't really know what to decide, so you get overwhelmed. So I'm feeling like an overwhelmed energy coming from this card, mostly. All right, it's like indecision and indecisiveness. All right, I feel like when they reach out, okay, because that's what's in the middle here as far as what is the mutual energy between you. Somebody wants to reach out. You both want to talk to each other. You both have truths to share, information to reveal to one another. Now that the smoke is cleared and you can, overcome these obstacles, I think, and they can see clearly, okay, there's some things that need to be shared, but, okay, I'm sorry. But when they do, I think you might be overwhelmed emotionally by what is shown to you, okay? Look at the cup with the heart, all right? And then what's funny is I mentioned the book being open over here, and there's a book here, right? So you might learn something that might overwhelm you with that truth once it's revealed. And it's going to make you feel a little, I'm hearing insecure or beside yourself in a way. Like confused. I'm hearing confused from this. It might have you feeling a little confused once the truth is revealed, once the conversation is had. It might throw you off a bit. She's so overwhelmed. It's like, I don't know about you, but I can see there's a glisten underneath her eye right there. It almost looks like a tear, right? It's like she's so overwhelmed. She's emotionally overwhelmed. She has, there might be some choices to make, things to be decided now that you know, now that you see, now that things are revealed. Okay, the cups are revealing their secrets. Okay, so it's almost like once the secrets are revealed, once the truth is out, once you see things clearly for what they are, you might have a choice to make that might be difficult on the heartstrings. Okay, you might feel like you don't know what to do. So I feel like somebody has something to share. Once it's shared, it's going to reveal some things maybe that you're not ready for. And that's just a heads up, okay? You might get emotionally overwhelmed by the idea of it all. All right, so the witch, let me get to her. Yeah, see, she speaks of inspiration, okay, will, magic, you're gonna will things into, existence. But she also speaks of courage. All right. And having the courage to walk to the beat of your own drum, okay, is what I get from her in this deck. So, yeah, and inner strength to do so as well, right? So again, there's this need to find the courage to talk, I'm feeling, or to share your truths or reveal your true selves to one another. Again, he holds the King of Swords holds that sword of truth in his hands, and that's a mutual energy, the need to reveal things to one another, to share, to communicate, to not hold back. So I'm looking at the witch like she's courage, right? And inner strength to be herself, to be her true authentic self. So there's a need to reveal your true selves to one another. And once some secrets are revealed, and I don't know why I'm hearing secrets, but once they're revealed, it might take a little bit of your courage to face those truths in regards to your person or the dynamic. Okay, and it might overwhelm you emotionally at first. It might feel you like, oh my gosh, like up in the air with that Seven of Cups. Like, I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know what's right. I don't know what to do. Because the Seven of Cups can speak of illusion, right? Feeling like your head is in the clouds. And it might also put you in a state of daydreaming. Okay, but part of that is, I think that vibe I'm getting is mostly from thinking about, whoa, like all these thoughts going around in your mind and all these feelings floating around in your heart. You might feel a little unstable with the Seven of Cups. Okay, but the witch always lives authentically. She, is always, trying to live according to what's true to her, right? So I want to say it's almost like the witch is reading more like an advice card to, maintain the courage to do what's best and what's right for you. Maybe have the courage to reach out if that's what you want to do. Maybe they need to build up the courage to reach out and reveal who they really are to you. And once that happens, you might feel like everything's up in the air for a moment until you find your ground and your footing again. So we have the Five of Wands underneath the deck, and that's what you don't realize, or what maybe you're unaware of at the moment. The Five of Wands is about inner conflict, external conflict or circumstances as well. All right, power struggles, back and forth, debate, bickering. Maybe you're bickering with each other, or you've had that issue in the past. You can't come to, an agreement because everybody has their opinions. Okay? It's like too many hands in the pot. Okay? Too many hands in the pot. Everybody has something to say. I don't know if there's been gossip or stuff like that going on too, because I don't know why I'm getting that vibe with this card, but if that's what's happening under the surface, that would make sense if people were running their mouth and, always have something to say. So be careful of that. That's something that might have an influence on the situation that you might not be aware of. But either way, it's a conflict sometimes of internal conflict versus external. There could be external situations happening in your dynamic that you're not aware of that, are stirring the pot in regards to your situation. And it could also be inner conflict. And maybe that's why the confusion is here on the way out, because I feel once this person reveals something to you or you to them, it's gonna, put things on a path to being a little wobbly. Okay, it might be a little wobbly at first after these things are revealed. You might have some differences of opinion with the Five of Wands as a result of what is shared. But I'm also seeing the Six of Wands like, hey, this is a successful energy. So there is the possibility here of overcoming these things. But I think both of you or you need to be really rooted and grounded in who you are. Again, the witch would be, okay, she lives her authentic self. So I'm going to grab one card for some detail here and keep it moving because it's getting kind of long. All right. Boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, or having closure. Maybe that's what the conversation needs to be about, okay? Maybe revealing some truths, receiving what you need. Maybe somebody's going to come back with the boat, okay? Journey towards you to reveal these things. Reveal something that maybe has been kept from you for a while. Okay, maybe you're going to receive the closure you're looking for if that's what some of you are after, okay? So I'm going to... and it also talks about arriving, somebody coming towards you. So let me grab one more card. Mirroring each other. Mirroring each other, self-image relationships, reflecting on wounds or our wounds, introspection. So there's been a lot of reflection, I think, with, the Sword of Truth and the books there on the King of Swords. You guys have probably in the past with this Devil card have had a mirroring dynamic. Maybe your person is seeing the truth, is seeing, the situation for what it really is now, seeing you for what you or who you really are now with the tower having crumbled down. The smoke is cleared and they see clearly now, but maybe the dynamic, there was a lot of mirroring back and forth. Maybe there's the talk that needs to be had with the King of Swords to really talk to each other about what you need from the situation in order to progress. like the boat says, in order to progress or move, either progress together or move on. But either way, there's something that has to be shared. And currently I feel like it's being reflected upon. Both sides are doing that. I feel. And then there's Seven of Cups. Yeah, like I said, once the situation is exposed and revealed with the truth of the King of Swords, it might feel a little wobbly with that Seven of Cups. But I think that's only natural. Okay, so I think you want to see where this can go. I think you want to move forward with the Page of Pentacles to see if it can become something more solid. I think your person is having some things revealed to them with that Tower coming down. Okay, maybe they're looking for a clean slate with you, but in order to do that, the truth has to come out. Okay? And there has to be a talk. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, that's good stuff. Teamwork, working together, right? In order to make progress and rebuild, okay, with the three, there has to be a talk. Okay, there has to be a talk about what you need, what they need in order to progress, move forward, and rebuild. Okay, that's what I'm getting from the Three of Pentacles. Because that Three of Pentacles is about working together. All right, but it might have you in a little bit of a tizzy with that Seven of Cups once all this stuff is laid out on the table. And you might have some disagreements or things you might not really fully agree upon with that Five of Wands underneath the surface. But I want to say with the Witch, she's kind of like reading to me as advice. You have to be true to you. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, okay? I think there's feelings here. All right, wanting to make progress in some way, but there's a lot of mirroring as well. And that little mirroring back and forth is also reflected in the Five of Wands, because if you can't see eye to eye, you are going to, like, you know, bicker back and forth and not really feel like you can progress, okay? So let me grab 3 little cards here for some more insight. So, unexpected joy, thought. Okay, so like I said, somebody wants to reach out. Okay, somebody wants to reach out, reveal some truths, share some information. Okay, it's going to require some talk about what you need, what you don't want, how to progress moving forward. You might mirror each other in that talk. Okay, while those truths are being revealed, you might mirror each other some more. But once the truth is revealed, it'll allow you or help you to move and build on with, or build on the relationship, or rebuild it, okay, with the Three of Pentacles. It has to happen. Like, the talk has to happen in order for there to be any progress. Again, the boat wants to progress, move towards something, arrive at a conclusion. Okay, and then you have the unexpected joy, which is, you know, stumbling across something unexpectedly, maybe unexpected message or communication, or discovering something again. That King of Swords energy is super heavy. Most of the hits I'm getting from this is coming from him. So there's something that will be revealed to you, something you will stumble upon unexpectedly, serendipitously. Okay, something's going to be revealed. And when it does, it's going to put you in a state of, you know, deep thought, pensive thought. As I said with the Seven of Cups, okay? As I said with the Seven of Cups, you're going to have a lot to think about. It might be emotionally overwhelming once you learn about this, once you come across this. And it is going to come in the form of some kind of communication. It might be phone call, email, text. This person or your twin might reach out to you. Okay, finally talk to you, finally reveal the things that, you know, were kept from you. Secrets are sometimes in books, okay? You have to open the book in order to read the secrets and find out what's there. Otherwise, it's a mystery. So I'm feeling like something is going to be revealed, and it might throw you off guard with that Seven of Cups. Once it does, that is the energy going out. So that is what you can expect for it to go as of now. But the letter, sometimes I have to throw it out there with the communication cards that I receive. Sometimes, as I work with these cards more, I realize that sometimes when the letter comes up, it also speaks of synchronicity. Okay, so whenever I see the letter or a communication card or a message card in my little oracle decks here, sometimes it can speak of a synchronicity. Okay, that the universe delivers to you to reveal something, to expose something. Okay, this treasure once was buried and now the treasure is exposed. Okay, so you have to think about that. There, it could be the universe revealing that tidbit of information to you as well. And then once it's revealed, you might get a little bit like, oof, I don't know. Why didn't I know this sooner? I'm also getting that. Okay, and it might feel a little conflicting for you as well with that Five of Wands underneath the surface. You might have to do a lot of thinking about it in order to decide something, decide where to go from here. Okay, I am feeling this Seven of Cups as an energy that's undecided. All right, but that doesn't last forever. Eventually, you have to figure it out. Right. So let's grab one card here for more information. Romance angels in regards to your reading. You deserve love. You are lovable. Okay, well, we know that. Right? We know that. Yeah, you do. But you also deserve the truth, right? And I'm feeling that from the King of Swords. So something has to be shared. You guys have to have the talk. Wait. Okay, wait, don't rush into anything. Allow nature to take its course. Okay, so yeah, I'm feeling that from the Seven of Cups too. Okay, don't decide anything yet. Once you learn the truth, once you get communication, once things are shared and laid out on the table, don't rush into deciding anything. Let it, maybe let it simmer down. I feel keep your head on straight, okay, is what I'm feeling from this before you decide anything. But just know at the end of the day, you deserve love no matter what, okay? And always make your decision, I want to say, based on what's authentic to you with the Witch card, okay? So stay true to you. So let's get a song to kind of clear this up for you, okay? Let's get a song in regards to your twin flame here. For your reading, okay? So let's see. Let's get a song for stack number 3 people for their twin flame reading. What messages or what other messages can be shared via a song for stack number 3's reading? Sorry. Oh boy. Okay. So let me get a focus. I didn't realize I had the volume on, guys. I'm so sorry. All right, so Black Magic is a song. The artist is James Young. And that kind of black magic energy, okay, reminds me of the Seven of Cups. So you might feel like somebody has you in a spell. Or if they come back, you could feel like you have, your mind is clouded. Okay, and part of me is picking up the vibes from the picture of this card too. So I would just recommend, okay, I would recommend looking up the lyrics and getting more messages from the lyrics itself. Okay, because the song goes, I got you in my brain. You're using your black magic on me, right? It's a really good song. I love him. He's one of my favorites, right? So I would recommend looking up the lyrics, because the black magic, okay, you're using your black magic on me, reminds me of the Seven of Cups, and you don't know what to do when you're in a tizzy like that, right? So there goes your song. If you feel it connects, please do let me know. Stack 3. This has been a very long reading. I'm so sorry. But I hope you got what you needed from it, okay? So if it connects, let me know. If the song connects, I'd love to hear about it too. And I will leave you here. So much love to everybody watching. Take care. Bye-bye. To book a personal reading, please email me or contact me on my Etsy shop, Instagram, and on Twitter. Thank you for watching. Keep shining, everyone.